Welcome, Taurus, to your September total lunar eclipse reading. On September the 7th, we enter one of the most powerful moments of the year, a rare blood moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. This celestial event is not just breathtaking to witness, it carries a deep spiritual message. The energy of this eclipse brings endings, powerful release, and a chance to step away from old patterns that no longer serve you. It's a cosmic reset, a doorway into clarity, healing, and new beginnings. This is the universe's way of asking you to let go of the past and align with a more abundant and inspired future. In this reading, we'll explore the deeper meaning of this eclipse and how you can harness its energy to step into your next chapter. Taurus, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to start off over here with adjustments are required, the third quarter moon energy, and I am just going to get your clarifiers. Right, let us see now what this is all about. For Taurus, please. And we have Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and Two of Swords. My dear Taurus, what I am seeing here is that you might find yourself becoming quite overwhelmed with a certain situation you find yourself in. I think something could be coming up and it just feels too big when it comes up. This is the kind of energy of being given some kind of ultimatum, or this could be the energy of being manipulated in some way. But it comes up for you and it feels so big that you actually don't know what to do. And I see for many of my Tauruses, it could really take you aback when this comes up because you didn't anticipate it. It came from somebody you didn't see it coming from. The situation you found yourself in turned all of a sudden. There is this energy of, oh my gosh, what do I do? How do I handle this? So I see for some of my Tauruses, you could go into Two of Swords energy, not wanting to look at it because it's just too much to contemplate right now, and swords are up to protect your heart. You don't want to be hurt by this. So whatever this situation is, my dear Taurus, it's something you have to address over this period. And once you look at it, and once you really understand what is going on, you will see that something needs to change. Now, what I'm seeing here, my dear Taurus, could be the energy of, say, a friend coming in and saying in some way, Taurus, if you were a good friend, you would loan me $20,000. If you don't loan me that, then I know you're not a good friend. It's this kind of energy I'm picking up. It's very manipulative. It puts a lot of pressure on you and it puts you in a corner. And you probably really loved this friend and all of a sudden you are backed into a corner. This could be something coming up at work and there's like a big dispute going on and your boss or a colleague comes in and says to you, Taurus, you've got to be a team player. You got to back us up and say that we did something or said something that they didn't do. And it really puts you in a tight spot because perhaps they didn't say or do what they are claiming. And now when you are asked, say, by management, what do you do? So you need to make some adjustments. Now, the first thing I see for you, my dearest Taurus, is there is some kind of situation you need to take yourself out of. And this could be a relationship as well. Whatever is making you feel this kind of energy, you need to take yourself out of it. You do not need to participate in it. You do not need to defend yourself or explain yourself. Nobody has the right to put you in that position. What I do see for you is that when you make the adjustment, when you walk away from it, my dear Taurus, we have Ace of Cups coming in, which tells me that things will get so much better for you. You do not need to be squeezed into a corner by anyone or anything. Take yourself out of it. Know that this is not right and you do not have to accept it. And when you take yourself out of it, the most interesting thing is we see that things really turn for you in the most positive way. Now, Taurus, this could be that you decide that you are not going to stand up for your colleague who is claiming they did something which they didn't do, and you walk away from the situation. And whoever management is really admires you and you are commended and rewarded in some way. This could be, my dear Taurus, that you walk away from that friend who is putting such enormous pressure on you. And there are other friends around you who gather around you and say, Taurus, we understand you. The same thing was done to us. We're here for you. We'll be there for you. You won't be alone. And you find that the most unexpected people start becoming really good friends. Whatever this Ace of Cups is for you, you will not go without. Even though you're walking away from something, your cup will flow over in ways that you haven't yet even begun to imagine. So, just know you do not have to feel like this in any way. Take yourself right out of that energy, and then, my dear Taurus, be prepared for this wonderful energy of Ace of Cups to come through. Right, let's move on now and see what milk and honey is all about, and I will just get your clarifiers. So we want to see now what milk and honey is for Taurus, please. And we have Death, the Hermit, and the King of Swords. Now, my dear Taurus, when milk and honey comes through, it speaks to us of the taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, and trusting your needs will be met. Now, my dear Taurus, this could very well relate to what we have just seen and spoken about. You are presenting under this message as King of Swords. It does not matter if you're masculine or feminine, it is the energy of King of Swords I'm speaking about. And I do see that you, as King of Swords, have gone into the hermit mode with regards to looking at how you can end a certain relationship or situation. So you see there could be a natural crossover. Or, my dear Taurus, this could be coming through in another area completely where it's directly related to what prosperity and abundance and hope and joy means to you. But we see you doing this deep dive, really looking at the situation head on. You're not afraid of a final big ending, as long as you know that where you're headed brings you this wonderful energy of milk and honey, which could very well be connected to our Ace of Cups. These are very similar energies. But what I see most of all here, my dear Taurus, is your bravery. You're not hiding away. Once you come out of Two of Swords, you are not going to shy away from the problem. As I said to you, you're looking at it head on. You will see that this is not going to be good for you. You will see that in some way you will have to sacrifice what prosperity is for you, and this is not sitting with you. King of Swords is a strong and brave energy, being a king, but it's also the king that does not let their emotions overwhelm them. They have the tenacity and the strength to face things as they are without illusion and look at it for what it is. Who is this person that calls themselves your friend that can come in and put you in such a terrible position? Either give me money or you're not a good friend. This is not acceptable. And so the more you think of it and the more you look at it and the more you realize who this person is, so this ending will come so naturally to you. Whatever it is, my dear Taurus, there is something quite wonderful that comes out of it. So even though we are seeing quite a big and powerful energy coming through for you here and a big ending and walking away, what we do see is that afterwards with our Ace of Cups and Milk and Honey, my dearest Taurus, things are going to be so much better for you. The Milk and Honey energy is the energy of being in a place where you feel your needs are met, where you feel you are recognized, taken care of, where you feel blessings are coming through. So, as I said previously, this is going to be a little tricky for a moment or two, but once you pull yourself out of any energy of overwhelm and you face what is happening and you take strong, brave action, my dearest Taurus, I do not believe you will look back for a moment, because the rewards that are going to come through afterwards, I think are going to surprise you and amaze you. Right, now let us move on and see what closure is all about, and I will get your clarifiers. So we want to see now what closure is for Taurus, please. And we've got the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Moon. Now, my dear Taurus, we are being told about this ending that is coming in. And I do think that this ending that's coming in might touch more than one area of your life. So, for example, if you decide that you do not want to be put in a corner by your boss and your colleagues by saying something that was not true, you could leave your job, which will mean that you now have to find a new job, and it will also mean that you leave behind the security of employment for a certain period. If you decide that you no longer want to be with that certain friend any longer, so not only do you let that friend go, but you let all the experiences with that friend go as well. Perhaps you and your friend used to go to gym twice a week together, or you used to go to pottery classes together. You will let that go as well. I do see that there is a closure, and that was confirmed as well with death. You're closing a door on something, my dear Taurus. It's very final for you, and I feel that you are very happy to walk down a new road, as we saw. Even though you don't know where you're going and everything is quite unknown to you, and there might be some fear and sadness and insecurity creeping up. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be unemployed and now I have to find a job. Oh my gosh, I've had this friend for so long. Now what do I do? We do see that there might be a period where you will review everything and look at everything. But my dear Taurus, you are going to be just like our little rabbit there. You're going to dive into your new road. I see you walking confidently down this road, knowing that you've done the right thing. And we're being told that you do not need to worry, because as I mentioned previously with our Ace of Cups and Milk and Honey, my dear Taurus, you are not going to be without. It is being confirmed for us with the Lovers over here that this new road is taking you to a new relationship. So this could be that new boss that you interview with, that new friend that you now make. This new relationship coming in for you is blessed. It's meant to be. You are meant to make a big adjustment, and for me that adjustment is a very final ending, so that you can open yourself up to all this incredible, wonderful energy that I feel is knocking at the door, and it's just waiting for you now to close the past and walk down your new road. Taurus, this could be a very exciting period for you. So that is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.